Thank you to everyone joining us tonight, and we look forward to sharing more information on Integra before its arrival at dealers next year. Thank you to everyone for joining us online.
So, the new Integra's just been revealed, and I'm a little disappointed. I know how Star Wars and Ghostbusters and Terminator fans all feel to see something that they loved be revived and then sacrificed on the altar of contemporary what have yous. And I wanted to take this moment to reflect on the Integra, my favorite car of all time. Just this modest entry-level sports car that anybody could afford, even in its Type R form, which was its upper-level, more powerful variant. And we can't have cars like that anymore due to regulations. There are certain restrictions that we have now in terms of emissions, fuel economy, which that doesn't seem to apply to all vehicles, but I digress. And above all, safety. You can't have a lightweight car anymore without tons of technology and 50 billion ECUs, lane keep assist, and all these other mulligans for us baby peasants that need such things to stay on the road and not crash into each other. It is what it is, unfortunately. Well, let's go back to a time before all that, to 2007 and 2006. I left a comment on a Savage Geese video. Savage Geese is an automotive personality on YouTube, and he pinned this comment, and it was just a story about my senior year of high school. And so many memories I made were like that in my little Integra. What made it so fun was that it had pretty good horsepower for it being so lightweight. It was also affordable, which is why I had one. And it was just so damn fun to drive. It was also practical. I was playing in a ton of bands at this time, and I had a huge drum set. And that entire drum set would fit in this little itty-bitty car. It was just packaged so well. So in addition to it being utilitarian and also very handy, it was incredibly fun to drive. 5-speed manual transmission on highways and twisty roads. I still enjoy that. My new car, which is an MR2 Spider, is close to being as enjoyable. It's not quite as rigid in the frame. Those old Integras were spot welded for additional support and strength, and you could feel this when you were connected to the vehicle in ways that you cannot be connected anymore. Younger people may not know what I'm talking about because everything is so electronically assisted these days. But it seems Acura and Honda just lost all sense of why we like older Honda and Acura cars, why they still command such high prices on the secondhand market. So instead of them talking about the car, we got this weird trailer for the car, or a trailer for a prototype, actually. I guess maybe to distance themselves from all the negative feedback they're getting. And to summarize, it was basically hip-hop culture, hip-hop culture, hip-hop culture, multiculturalism, hip-hop culture, Acura Integra. Like, what does that have to do with the car?
Integra's where hip-hop culture and Acura culture meet.
I think just about everybody watching that trailer wanted to know more about the car, and then they were so disappointed when they actually saw it. Instead of it being the coupe that everybody remembers, it was a sedan. The grille doesn't look the same. It looks like it's from an ILX. And, the aesthetics of the trailer were cool and all, but you're showing us previous generation Integras, and we're so keenly aware of all the ways in which those are different from the new Integra. I don't think anybody would even know it was supposed to be an Integra unless it had on there on the side, Integra. Like, bullcrap. That could be any sedan. It's a little upsetting. So, I don't really know what the point of this rant was, but in memoriam of the old Integra, specifically the DC2 and the Type R, which we all want and still want. That's why they're selling for $80,000.
And now, some 6,000-mile Integra Type R set a model and trim record on Bring a Trailer for $82,000.
I made my own little trailer to close this video out with, and I hope y'all enjoy. I'm sorry for this pointless rant. I just had to say something. Anyway, see y'all later. Enjoy.
5,000 revs, 35 miles an hour, second gear, we're going shopping. Open the throttle, hear that engine change, and we're going to the moon. Third gear, 8,500 revs, 80 miles an hour. The acceleration just goes on, and this is only a 1.8 litre engine.
The Integra Type R earns new ground spec R engine have to be a reliable production model. That's approximately 60 parts were specially developed. It's amazing how well this car runs. And within reach for average sports car fanatics.
So it's all the more striking when you encounter something like this, the Type R. Because while it's a very boomer opinion to express, an engine like this can remind you of how it's supposed to be. How an engine is supposed to make you feel. And maybe that's the story, you know? That this car offers you an engine that relocates your sensory experience the way sniffing a candle takes you back to that one Easter where everybody got along. You're gifted with the seemingly superhuman ability to compartmentalize the stresses of daily life so you can actually enjoy life while it's happening to you, rather than regretting how many times you let yourself ride shotgun to your anxieties. I mean, if you're gonna let BS live in your brain, you might as well make it pay rent. The reason Die Hard has never been successfully replicated is because John McClane was just a guy. He wasn't extraordinary in himself. He was just thrust into an extraordinary situation and rose to the occasion. The structure of the narrative relied upon the juxtaposition between John McClane's presentation and what he was capable of actually doing. In the same way, the Type R may not look like much at first glance, but when that VTEC kicks in, well, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!